Here now to respond, Georgia Senator David Perdue. Senator Perdue, wow, I mean, Stacey Abrams, I think she did an able job. I mean, she was up there. It's always difficult to follow the president. She seemed very conversational, started off with a kind of a hard scrabble story about her father and giving a coat to somebody who was in need, which was a nice story. Not quite sure how that related to today's economy, but nevertheless, America still is dogged by racism, dogged by people working 3 jobs. Wealth inequality, that's where we're going to 2020.
Well, what you saw tonight is a president that landed his speech, one of the most historic speeches I can remember. He laid out a vision for America that builds on the successes of his presidency so far and the results he's achieving right now. The response builds on a false narrative that's not built on any reality of fact. This is the greatest economic turnaround in our history. We have the highest median income in U.S. history, the lowest African-American unemployment in our history, the lowest unemployment in 50 years. This economy is rocking because of the policies that President Trump has implemented over the first 2 years.
Senator Perdue, Stacey Abrams said, in Georgia and around the country, people are striving for a middle class where a salary truly equals economic security. But instead, families' hopes are being crushed by Republican leadership that ignores life or just doesn't understand it.
Well, this is a totally disconnected Democratic mission here. This is a false narrative. There's no fact that they're basing this on. I can tell you, having spent a lot of time running around the country in the last few months, and certainly in my home state in the last few weeks, the economy is moving, people are getting jobs, incomes are rising. You know, this is a situation where optimism in America is back after a decade of the lowest economic performance in U.S. history.
And Senator Perdue, the issue of immigration, of course, the president feels so passionately about it. Incredibly powerful stories tonight. Again, people who've lost loved ones, crime, depressed wages, and the power of legal immigration. And he made sure to mention that, which was really important. Tonight, that issue seemed to connect, even after the pain that some suffered in the shutdown.
It did.
What can we expect, if anything, in Congress with the shutdown looming again?
Well, I'm hopeful, but I'm less than optimistic. I think the ball is in Nancy Pelosi's hands right now, and frankly, I think we need to see a proposal from them. For 35 days during the shutdown, we didn't get one single proposal from the Speaker of the House. The President put forward several. In fact, this off-ramp that we're in right now, the 3 weeks off-ramp, gives us an opportunity with this committee to work out a result. I'm hopeful they'll do that, but Nancy Pelosi has a historic opportunity right now to be a partner with Donald Trump. He's looking for.
Were you watching her? Are you kidding? What Nancy were you watching? She like cleaning her teeth. I mean, she doing the jumble or something, or the crossword on her lap. I mean, I don't know what she was doing during that speech. But she looked like she just sat on a pine cone for most of that speech. Okay, she was like trying to figure out whether to stand for no socialism. Like, wait, should I stand or not? It was fun. I'm sorry, but there was some unintended probably comedy and all that. All right. One of your former colleagues in the Senate, Claire McCaskill, was on another network tonight, essentially saying the president is threatening Democrats. Let's watch the Congress.
The weirdest thing for me was the line he put in about there cannot be essentially what he said is there cannot be legislation if you're investigating me. Basically threatening Congress.
Is that what he did tonight?
Of course not. This is the false narrative. When you can't talk about your policies and the results that they have achieved, this is what you do. It's a false narrative not based on any reality of fact.
What was it like in there tonight? I mean, we were all watching the hashtag Ghost Gals. I mean, they were all in white. I mean, it was kind of a stunt. The president kind of stole the joke from them, though. We played it earlier with the suffragettes, and he kind of had that whimsical moment saying, congratulations, good for you.
What you saw is a president hitting his stride, buoyant on the results that his agenda is achieving. And it's disgusting, frankly, to see Americans sit on their hands when you talk about the lowest African-American unemployment in history.
How about ICE? Like the heroes at ICE.
Absolutely. So it's disgusting. It's the hypocrisy of politics you see the Democrats perpetrating right now every day in the United States Senate and in Congress for that.
Socialism's, though, growing among some polls. Young people find socialism preferable to capitalism. What does that tell you about Republicans and the job they need to do to educate create a new generation that's propagandized too in public schools and in universities today?
Well, you're exactly right. The university's spiel today is the academic position is that, of course, socialism now is the new way.
But what do you guys do? What do business leaders
we have to talk about the results of capitalism, free enterprise system. How does this work? We have
to show that it works, right?
Well, we're doing that right now. Regulation, energy, taxes, Dodd-Frank. This president has delivered the best economic results in U.S. history. This turnaround is the best one we've ever seen.
End of February, possible second summit, it looks like, in Vietnam. Again, the president with Kim Jong-un. What can we expect?
Well, I was in Beijing last year when Kim Jong-un was actually meeting with Xi Jinping. And without that relationship between President Trump and President Xi Jinping, I don't think we'd be sitting here today talking about a summit, a second summit between our president and Kim Jong-un. I think this is historic. President Trump is a deal maker. I expect this to continue on to the denuclearization of
tough nut to crack there. I mean, you don't know if Xi is kind of helping or hurting in certain circumstances, but they want those tariffs gone. So there might be some layering of the issues there. Senator, it's great to have you on as always. Thanks for staying up.